side of the sink. Now, I just bought a new Brita water bottle, so I haven't taken the packaging or cleaned it off yet, so it's just kind of waiting here to be cleaned. Then we have our reusable paper towels that we use, and then we just throw them in the wash, and they're good to go again, and so we don't have to ever buy paper towels. I'm not sure I'm loving this brand 100%. I may try another brand, but only once these are completely like destroyed, stained, and we're using them for rags. Right next time we have our napkins. We have some fruit here that we've been keeping just here in this one spot. I am working on getting a fruit bowl for our island for it to sit in the middle, but in the meantime, it's sitting here. Then we have our reusable batteries, our device whose name I shall not say because it will go off. We have our toaster. Up here we have all of our cups, regular cups, plates, bowls, whatever we may need. We have our dishwasher down here. Up here is our like snack cabinet, and sometimes we get it really filled up. So sometimes like the Sour Patch Kids end up on the counter. And behind the cactus we have these little white containers. Oh my god, who knows how long that popcorn piece has been there. But ignoring the popcorn piece, we have our dish soap in here. I think this is brown sugar possibly. Yeah, brown sugar, regular granular sugar, and then flour to bake with, because right next to that is our KitchenAid. I love that thing. It is the greatest. I've always wanted a KitchenAid, and it's just a beautiful color. Thank you to my mother who got it for me. In this drawer, it's our tech drawer. It's hectic, no doubt about it. Not gonna lie about it. We're just gonna, move on from there because it stresses me out. And then down here we have our Instapot. This is all my containers for our smoothie maker, which is the magic bullet we have. This is all of our baking mats, as well as our reusable snack bags, lunch bags, whatever you want to call them. We have extra water bottles back there, extra wine glasses, beer glasses, shot glasses up there, some wine stoppers. Behind the Instapot is our popcorn maker. Above the Instapot is our rice and vegetable steamer. And then those are extra parts too. Everything in the cabinet. Moving on over here, we have our Cordy, our little robotic vacuum. One of the best purchases Jacob and I have ever made because we do not like sweeping or vacuuming, and it's an awkward shaped apartment, so this really gets in all the crevices. As well as our air purifier, which is not on air-wise. We also are in a basement. So when we open the doors, we either get air from the garage or we get air from outside of the basement, which is still gross either way. So it just gives me peace of mind, and I can breathe a little better when we have an air purifier in here, but I turned it off for us to film. Over here we have a humidifier. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, this is Jacob's jersey from college. I decided to take his running tags and put them behind it. We also over here have a window, but that's kind of irrelevant. On the wall over here, I have my favorite saying, she believes she could, so she did. And then we have this interesting piece of furniture. I was messing with epoxy a little bit. It's not going too hot, but once this is all gone, and I failed because I have one more test that I'm going to do to see if it works, and if it doesn't, it's out of here. I do plan on putting this candy jar up here. I've never known what to do with this. It's technically a cookie jar, but I'm not a fan of cookies. So we just have a lot of extra like sugar, treats, whatever, laying around. Candy. Whatever you want to call it. So I decided to put it in there. And then behind this is this wonderful painting of Jacob and I with the lyrics to My Wish, as well as Nellie's paw that I took and made. And we have my printer and a folder for our wedding menu that we are choosing to go with. That we don't really have a place for yet, so we're just gonna sit in here. But like I already said, our printer, we have our heat pump, and then down here we're gonna explain what this actually is. So this is our trash, recycling, and our redemption. We live in Maine, so we do redemption. So what we have in here is our trash over here. We do the compostable bio bags, and then over here we have our recycling. We have a reusable recycling bag, so we just can take this off, bring it upstairs, so we can just put it in the recycling bin. We don't need bags for anything in the recycling bin, so it's just really convenient that we just have it in that and we can reuse it. And then we have our cans, which we put in a larger trash bin, so then we don't have to take them so often, because this is only 13-gallon bins, so when we go, it only gets us like a few dollars. So we want to kind of hoard them until we have a little more than a few dollars to bring them, because it feels like it's not worth it if you go and get like $2 to $5. Also, thank you to Jacob's grandfather, who literally built us this Moving on over here, we have another fire extinguisher that used to be in that cabinet, but it just like space-wise, I didn't like it in there. So it's now there. It's really the fire extinguisher for this side of the apartment. But we also have like manila envelopes for work that I send in my paperwork with. I didn't really have a spot to put them, so they've always lived there. And then we have this basket, which I kind of always envisioned this in our apartment. I have all of my workout things in here, and I always knew that I was going to need a space to put my workout stuff in. I just didn't know where to put it. So I thought for it for a really long time, and this was the best that I came up with. It is just this little basket. It kind of hides everything with its height, but I can still like reach in and grab something because I like to work out and I like to do it in like the living room area, and I can move things and do it right here. So it's just really convenient. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it looks deadly. It's for unclogging our vacuum. We use it quite frequently. When the hay clogs our vacuum, we just kind of shove that down the hose, and it works, so we don't really get rid of it. But it kind of just lives in here so it doesn't like stab anybody, and we also can like turn it so that it's not scratching the wall, but no one's catching on it when they walk by. The last thing that you guys have kind of seen when we've been filming. So this island was kind of a controversy when we were doing our apartment. We weren't really sure what we were going to do, if we were going to do like a table, if we were going to like build something against the wall and do like a breakfast bar. We went back and forth. I know I said it on my videos that we kind of were going back and forth with it. And so we went to Bob's because we love Bob's furniture. Shout out to Bob. And we found this kitchen island. And this kitchen island is great because we always usually have this leaf out, but we can take 3 bars and push them in and put this down. And then I can move one chair on each side, and I can like have all the space to like work out, play with the bunnies, whatever we need. It's just super convenient. The chairs also came from Bob's, and they're very comfy. I cannot stand uncomfortable wooden chairs. I want to be comfy when I get and wake up in the morning. And so these actually have kind of like memory foam in them, which I really love, and they go with our color schemes. And then moving over to this side. In the top drawer over here, we have, now I don't have a problem, but we have Scentsies. Yeah. I have a lot of them. I also used to have my essential oils in here, but they no longer fit. I think there's like, I think my mace is even in there as well as a pocket knife. This island is kind of like for our miscellaneous items. In the middle drawer, we have pens, pencils, tape, scissors, office supplies, stamps, a whole thing of Stitch stickers because I love Stitch. Just random stuff. Moving on to here, this is probably the most cluttered random drawer that we have, but it's everything that we have for our kitchen. We have doubles of things, so we have measuring, we have our apple peeler, our apple core, chopsticks, our grater, our garlic press, the most random things, but all kitchen supplies that isn't going to fit in like these drawers over here. Under here, we have all of our games. So computer games, Switch games, these are our Pokemon cards. We haven't really found a place for them yet, but they kind of live here. And then down here we have a bunch of movies. These are all of our manuals for everything that we own that we want to cook with or do cook with. We aren't really sure. We wanted to like have them in a place that was really easy and convenient to grab. Also, you can see there's dust in here, so ignore that. I have a picture of Lily too. That's fun. Lily and I during my prom. Then we have our coin jar, which is just kind of there because we didn't know where else to put it. On this side, we have, again, mumble jumble. We have notepads, highlighters, pens, markers, Sharpies, Expo markers, rulers, hole puncher, calculators, slime. The most random of stuff, again, is like this side. And then moving on over here, and that's the other thing, is that with these drawers, if there's one section that's messy, we can just, no one can see it. We can just move them wherever we want. But we have our cookbooks, our regular books, our notebooks, our binders, extra smaller books that we read. Anything and everything that is like book or coloring book related are in these 2 sections over here. Oh, and on the end we also keep our dish towel. Usually in houses people put them on the oven, but in my household as well as Jacob's parents' household, we have dogs, and the dogs like to pull them off. So instead of them being on the oven, we have them right here. I also forgot to mention over here above the trash can, we have these cubes that Jacob's mom has ordered for us of like all of our pets. R.I.P. Felix, he's no longer with us. And then I also have this like storm light, so if the power ever goes out, it has like a battery in it, and I can either have a light here or a light here. Just something weird my dad has done for safety. I have, I think, another one in the bathroom. We just have it to have it. So that is everything in the kitchen. I hope you guys enjoyed that tour. It was a little lengthy because we've got little weird things here and there. But that is everything in our kitchen and our entryway.